Kelvin, I don't know what more you can say about Fabian White, but he had a career high 22, his 109th win, which ties the school record. Some thoughts about what he's doing again for you.
Well, I think Fabian would be the first one to tell you it's about the team. I doubt Fabian would want to talk about himself. If you ask him, he'll say that it's more important to be 9-0 in the conference team. But, the thing that seniors learn to do that freshmen don't is they learn what they can and can't do. When you're a freshman, you think you can do everything, and you wind up doing too much. Fabian shoots when he's open, and he passes when he's not. Someone asked me, I've been asked this a lot, how our teams always seem to have good chemistry, and it's because of that. We shoot when we should shoot, and we pass when we should pass. Fabian's most of his baskets tonight came off passes because they weren't open. They passed it. Fabian also had 2 assists. Jamal had 6 assists. Tajay had 4 assists. Our guys moved the ball. Fabian's threes were all shots that he makes. They're catch and shoot. He never shoots one off the dribble because he's not good at that. He's a good catch and shoot 3-point shooter. Sometimes, a lot of times kids come into a program and, like I said, they try to do too much, but it's the coach's responsibility to define their games for them, tell them what they can and can't do, and identify their weaknesses, and keep them away from those things. But just thrilled for that young man, just thrilled for it. I've been with him for 5 years now. I watched him have a horrific knee injury, ACL, PCL, just tore his knee all up, had to have ACL surgery. Came back early to help the team make a Final Four run. And now as a senior, he's playing his best basketball. But Fabian will be the first to tell you, though, it's about the team. We had a lot of guys play well tonight besides Fabian. But Fabian is he's a senior. You have a veteran leader like him that's been through the wars. Playing on the road is not new to him. He's, in his career, he's played a lot of road games and has played well.
Go to Joseph Duarte with the Chronicle.
Kelvin, as tough as road games are, how big was it to get off to that huge start there? Did it sort of maybe help the guys a little bit in terms of if there was any calming down that needed to with the atmosphere and stuff?
It's our 5th road game, 6th road game. We played Wisconsin on neutral court. We played at Alabama, at Central Florida. So, when you're playing your 6th road game or 5th, whatever, I can't even add right now, whatever it is, our kids know what to expect. We know that this was going to be a big crowd. And who televised this tonight? What was this on TV?
ESPN2.
ESPN2. So it was the ESPN2 game, and this is a great program that has great pride, and we knew there was going to be a great crowd. But I think our fast start was more of a byproduct of our preparation since our last game against Tulane. We have weaknesses, man. We walk a tightrope with fatigue and foul trouble, and that was hitting us there at the end of the first half. I called timeout. I called my use it or lose it timeout at the 4:20 mark when I usually call it under 30. But that was strictly because we were tired, and Ramon's knee was bothering him a little bit, which is why he didn't go back in at the end of the game. He just couldn't. So we know that we have a very, very, very small margin of error, and that's why we spend so much time on game prep, and then we have to coach the game differently. You're in a school zone, you go 20, residential area 35. When you're out on the open highway, depending on what state you're in, you can go 75, or if you're in Montana, you can go 100. But, you know, our kids are learning to play at different speeds, move the ball, take what they give us. But I thought our preparation last we took Thursday off because that was our mandatory day off. So we just prepared like crazy Friday and Saturday, and came over here yesterday and got this morning, had another good film session and prep session, shoot around, and came play the game. But I could tell our guys were ready to play.
Coach, you're kind of touching on it. This is the 9th game with this group. Is this performance today another sign of the progression of these guys making progress as they're getting together, playing together more? Yeah. It's, you know, this time of the year, there's a lot of teams in reverse, and then there's some teams going forward. You know, you're going to be one or the other. You're getting better, you're not. You know, we've taken a lot of pride over the years to, once we get into February, to you know, just keep getting better. You know, we practice all year for this. And we've got a lot of new guys this year. I still don't lose sight of the fact that we don't have Quentin Grimes, and Dejan Giroux, and Justin Gorham, and Bryson Gresham. The last time we played those guys, there's nobody on the floor tonight that started against. That's probably not true. I think Reggie might have started in the tournament against them, conference tournament. But got a bunch of new guys. It takes time for new guys to gel. But when you have high character kids that'll buy in to your culture and the things that identify who you are as a program, it certainly helps their growth a little bit quicker. They get better faster that way. So, but you know, I don't know that I'm focusing on our record so much as just get to the next game. You know, tomorrow is February 7th. You know, we've been at this in September, and we started conditioning like crazy the Tuesday after Labor Day. So September, October, November, December, January, we're in our 6th month together of basketball. So we're halfway through the conference schedule. We've got another big game against a really good team on Wednesday night. We'll get back to Houston tonight. Get up tomorrow and get ready for our next one.
Time for a couple more. We'll go to Mark Berman. Mark, go ahead.
Kelvin, what did you think of your defense in the second half?
I thought our defense the first 15 minutes was really good. We got really tired at the end of the first half, and we should have. Our kids were playing hard. They're not machines. And we certainly have our weaknesses. It's not like we're some great juggernaut. You know, I had, you know, Ramon's got a troublesome knee that's been bothering him. That Jamal was wore down toward the end of that first half. He really needed halftime. And then Tajay picked up his second foul. Kyler picked up his second foul. Then we backed off a little bit. Then they started running it at us in transition. But you know, we got into halftime. You know, sometimes when we're on the road, you have to make some adjustments. Like we weren't pounding the offensive board as hard as we normally did because we wanted to get back in transition, not give up anything easy. So making that little adjustment there, transition defense over offensive rebound, and kept them from getting easy baskets early in the shot clock.
Got time for one more question. We'll go to Joseph Duarte.
Kelvin, it almost seems silly to ask about Jamal Shedd's ankle, but was he okay there, just considering everything he's been through?
Yeah, that was his same ankle that he hurt the previous time. But I thought he did a masterful job of when he got back in and controlling, taking what they gave us. You know, they deny the wings. When a team extends their pressure and tries to take away the wings, well, it would behoove you not to throw it there. So we just spaced them and drove them. You know, we put them in mid pick and rolls instead of setting lateral screens with our chest to the sideline. We changed the angle of the screen and set a step-up screen where our chest is facing half court, and then got downhill from there. And that way they couldn't slide and get underneath the screen versus Jamal. And once he gets downhill, he has a really good basketball IQ. He's a smart kid. And tonight his free throw line jumper was falling, but he was making good reads. You know, he threw one across the court to Fabian tonight for a three. That was a great read. But, you know, our kids make good, you know, Jamal's turnovers the first half came from fatigue. And that's why I didn't say anything to him about him. I wish I could have taken him out more. But, again, we just don't have another point guard. Kyler can do it in spots. Tajay, you know, Tajay's got that wild coyote in him sometimes. Tajay don't know whether he's on foot or horseback when he starts running in transition. So, you know, he had that one charge assist, and that would have been a great play if he just jump stopped. Because he made the right read, but, you know, kids are going to – Ramon does that a lot. Catch somebody out of control, step in and take a charge. But, you know, we'll work on those things. Our kids aren't perfect, and they're never going to be. But as long as they compete and play hard, it's good enough for me.